So, good evening, welcome back to another show. And I'm John. Tonight, I'm going to do myself a post press conference reaction. And if you like my videos, could you please subscribe and put a like on the video? And I can't do it on myself nowadays. I have to get someone in. She's been on this yesterday, and the other neat. And is my guy is Holly. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Again, what's that? 3 times a week, eh?
I think so, yeah. I'm doing absolutely great, especially after today's game. It was just fantastic.
Oh, wow. Absolutely. I'm still absolutely hot after that win. Yeah. And we just started doing Barbados in a minute, like, you know what I mean? So I was like, flap, eat. Yay. But, did you enjoy the game?
Yeah. It's probably one of the most dramatic games I've seen in my time supporting Newcastle. It was crazy. I was like getting nervous towards the end, but at the end, like at the final whistle, I was just going absolutely bananas.
I bet. And you know, I've done a watch along, and my guy Paul from Team Review, he's about a minute ahead of us, and he shouts out goal before I get the chance to see the goal. And I tell you something, Holly, I mean, the way we played the day, we defended like Trojans. I thought the back four of the day, first half looked shaky, very, very shaky. And I thought Miggy was outstanding. I thought Hayden was outstanding. I thought, ASM, again, outstanding as well for me. Do you know what I mean? I thought Manquillo played well until he went off injured. Callum Wilson, I wouldn't say he had the best time. He had a goal disallowed, but I tell you something, wow, did fantastic. But when Manquillo went off, Emil Kraft came on. I thought, oh my God, he's awful, honestly. And then in the first, I don't know if you saw that tackle in the first half. He slid in, went for the ball, totally missed it. He went for it and missed it again. Got the play and got booked for that. Oh my God, man. He's an awful player. And then again, Ragnar said, he's a Swedish cat food. Remember that? Yeah?
Yeah, I remember
that when he bought him. Wow. So, I was going to say, so it's all about you. So, yeah, I mean, 3 points, huge win. Fulham drew the day. I don't know what happened in the other games at the bottom of the table. I know Fulham drew West Ham. I know that's a fact. And Sheffield United didn't think they'd play. And I didn't think West Brom, did they play today or they're playing tomorrow?
I don't think they're playing today.
Nah, so
I haven't checked the results.
And it was a great result for us, like as well, and picked up the point. But I think probably 5 more wins now would be enough.
Yeah, not much more. I know normally it's about the magic 40-point mark, but this season I think he'll get away with maybe 34, 35 points.
That's a low bar because I spoke to Samantha earlier on the player ratings, and she was amazing. Check out my streams on that sort of thing. It'll be downloaded soon, I hope. So, you know what? She was absolutely amazing. She was on the ladies' night on a Monday night, and yeah, she said that as well. It's going to be a low bar. Probably about 34 points to be enough to stay up the season because I can't see Sheffield United and Wolves from Fulham getting that this season, you know. But yeah, I mean, I think it'll be pretty safe this season, you know.
I think we will. I think I said the other night that would have enough to stay up because the teams below were so poor. But now I think we'll have enough fight in us to get a few more results, and we should hopefully finish around 15th as opposed to 17th.
Let's hope so. 15th better than finish 17th, but for a big club, we should be aiming for 15. We should be aiming a bit top 10 sort of thing for me, because at the end of the day, we are a big club. Are we a big club in terms of support? But are we a big club when it comes to winning things? Probably not, but we are a big club, the fan base and that sort of thing. So, and that's the argument I'm getting. I get me mate at work arguing. He's a Bristol City fan, Liverpool fan. He said that Newcastle are a big club in terms of support, but for winning things, we're not. But we should be in for top 10.
Yeah, obviously at the minute our expectations are quite low because of various different things. Not very good players, not very good manager, not good owners, just everything's going wrong. But yeah, I don't even think top 10 is good enough for Newcastle. I think we are a top sixth club. I'm going to say it. I think we are. And you see, obviously, we're not a big club in terms of like trophies and stuff. I think even though we haven't won anything since '69, I'm pretty sure we still have we're in the top 10 in most trophies like ever. So that's just crazy, really, considering how long it's been.
I know, yeah, we should be in for that height as well, sort of thing. Thing is, though, we've both got some elite mentality, sort of thing. People say, "Oh, we're just happy finishing mid-table," but you know what it is, right? I'm getting sick of people saying, "Oh, we're going to finish mid-table," sort of thing. But a decent manager like Rafa Benitez, I think if Rafa Benitez stayed for that one more season, I think he would have got us top 8, no problem at all, because he's got an elite mentality. We got an elite mentality, you know, but the others are just quite happy finishing low mid-table stuff because that's what we are as a club. But it's down to the manager at the end of the day. You got a decent manager, like Eddie Howling, probably like manager like him, or Thomas Frank from Brentford. I think they could surprise the club.
Yeah, well, Bruce was obviously brought in just to literally get us to stay up. Like, Ashley would be happy if Bruce just got us 17th every season. But obviously, so Rafa, he did a great job, got us 10th, and other higher quality managers could do the same. And yeah, I agree. I think Rafa would have been able to start chipping into the top 10, but it depends whether or not he got the financial backing, because obviously we spent big in the summer that he left, signing Joe Linton for 40 million, St. Maxima and stuff like that. But I don't think that Rafa would have got that money because he wasn't in favour with Mike Ashley, and he'd rather give the money to Bruce for some stupid reason.
Very, very strange that. I mean, with Mike Ashley, I just don't get the guy. I really don't. He's got, for me, I just think he's doing this to wind his fans up and to put two moves on Rafa as well. And now Rafa's back in England for a job, sort of thing. He's turned down last year. So it is what it is. And if he stayed, I'd love him to come back tomorrow with different owner sort of thing and get the job finished, because his name will be all over the shop at Newcastle. He gets Newcastle, doesn't he? He really does.
He does. He's one of the few people that do, because for me, I think it's either you understand Newcastle or you don't understand it at all, because it is a very unique club. It's not your bang average club. No disrespect to these clubs, but the likes like Bournemouth, Brighton, that are just, they've had time in the Premier League, but they're not like big clubs, so to speak, and we're just not hitting the heights that we should be hitting. And obviously, for me, Rafa had the kind of same mentality as Kevin Keegan. He knew how much it meant to the fans and the city, and he wanted to start a project to give the fans something to be proud of, the same as Keegan did. And obviously Keegan got to much better heights because he had the financial backing from John Hall and stuff like that. But it's a shame for Rafa to be under Mike Ashley.
I know. I mean, he didn't like Ashley because he didn't like Ashley. Ashley didn't like him, and that's a shame. I mean, Mike Ashley had a good thing going. I totally agree there, Holly. Do you know what I mean? So I got David on there. Hi, John, Holly.
Hi.
Evening, John and Holly. And 10 points clear of Fulham. And big up Ross, my guy in the building. Please for you lads to be catching Arsenal soon. Can you imagine that? Newcastle catching Arsenal? I think AFTV guys would be absolutely furious at that. DT, you also said DT, Claude, well, Claude's someone else now, and Lee Judges and all that stuff, and Ty, Cecil, Joe, whatever his name is, you know, they're not going to be happy at all. Be caught up, you know what I mean? Answer the evening, guys, even Andrew to you. Yeah, I mean, the fact of the matter is sort of thing, you know, I'll get Arsenal fans to wish to say thank you very much as well, like Gunnar Rich, Ryan Williams, he's a good guy. Albert JTV. I'll try to get those guys to contact you as well for a chat as well, like, you know, for 10 minutes at some stage, and hopefully they come and get you.
Hopefully.
Yeah, also fans as well, and you know, they're good guys as well, and you know, I love them to bits, you know. So yeah, I mean, the fact's in the day. So listen, Steve has done his press conference action today, right? And he's after from our win of the day. And I think he didn't say much as well, because I'll go for it anyway. But he said he's asked about the game, basically, and he said the resilience of the team and the effort and commitment was terrific. The one thing you want to see is them putting the bodies in the way, the blocks they've got in and the challenges they've made. I couldn't be more pleased.
Yeah, I mean, that's, yeah, I'm happy that obviously won, and Bruce will be the same. But one thing I will say is that, yet again, I thought Graham Jones was kind of taking control in the match, because you're seeing him when the players come over for like a drinks break and stuff like that. You're seeing him talking to them and obviously discussing like how to improve the game and stuff like that, where Bruce was just standing about with his hands in his pockets
all the time. He just fingers, so I can remember he's like 5 yards away, and Bruce turned away thinking, what the heck is going on? You know what I mean? I just think he's just jealous. He's just putting himself out, because Graham Jones knows what he's doing. What you have to understand is he basically worked with Roberto Martinez of Belgium, so he's worked with better players like Lukaku, Mertens, De Bruyne, and all those sort of players as well. So, yeah, I mean, what can you do? And that's just how it is. But, Graham Jones, I wouldn't mind having as manager, to the end of the season, get rid of Bruce. But I don't think it's going to happen soon, Holly, don't you think?
Well, I said the same. I said I'd love to just see Jones take over till the end of the season till we can bring in a better replacement for Bruce. But
yeah,
it won't happen. Like, if we're being realistic, Bruce will still be here. Probably next season he'll still be here if the takeover doesn't happen.
Oh, I hope not, because at the end of the day, there's a big building job going on, because you've got 12 players out of contracts at the end of the season, as you know. And I just hope Steve isn't a part of that process at all. But we have to see what happens in the summer. So, and on Steve Bruce, on Miguel Miron, who's my man on the match today, I thought he's absolutely fantastic. And he said, over the last few weeks, with the change of formation and system, the one person who has benefited the most is Miggy. He's been terrific, and he's added some goals to it. He's a great pro, a joy to work with, and he's playing very well at the minute. He would not have said that a month ago. He would not have said that because he technically wasn't in his plans, really, because Atletico Madrid and Inter Milan wanted a guy, and he wanted him to be gone. But he's got the smiles back on his face. He's plays number 10 role, and you can see how happy he is, though.
I know, like, he did start, obviously, when we signed him, and for a long time, that was the thing about him, he was always smiling, and lately he started to not be smiling as much and not look as happy, but now he just seems to really have come into the play, and like his position now was like a number 10. He's doing really, really well in that, and he's just fantastic, and he always tries 100% effort. Brilliant work ethic, constantly running and doing everything he can for the team. But when he does get rewarded with goals, it's just fabulous to see, because it couldn't happen to a better player than Miggy.
Totally agree. And I tell you what it is as well. What you see of him, he cost £22 million, and his work rate is unbelievable. And he's like Duracell. That's what I'm going to call him, Duracell, because the energy he's got. And I tell you got more energy in him anyway, Holly. But there you go. So, and it's just that, really. But you're right. I mean, it's just a joy to watch, a joy to work with. I love the guy. I'll tell you what, this guy deserves a new deal, if anything. Do you know what I mean? Just pay him what he wants. Give him a new deal. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, certainly. I would love to see him have a long spell at the club and be here in the long term. And even under new ownership, I think he'd be I would get rid of a lot of players, but he would be one of the few that I would absolutely love to keep, because I think he's still, you see, every game he's progressing and getting better. And I think that he's going to be a really, really good player.
Totally agree. You're absolutely 100% right. And he's going to be fantastic for as many years to come, I hope. Got Andrew's evening, guys, again. Andrew, hope you're okay. And he said you can go both. Also, we play like that. And Morgan said, we'll make room for Holly anytime on shows.
Thanks, guys. Just get in touch with us on Twitter. I mentioned my Twitter before, TollyBlade05.
And you will not be disappointed with us, let me tell you, because she's absolutely fantastic. I told her she should be working for Sky Sports.
You never know.
You never know. I'll put in a word in, Holly. No problem at all there. I've got your guy, Joe Wilcock. Steve was asked about him. He said, with his debut. Sorry, about his debut. I said he would give us something different, and he arrives late in the box and get his score. A very good debut.
Well, I said, was it yesterday I was on? I think it's yesterday. Yeah, I can't even remember. Yesterday I said that I didn't think he would start him, but I'd love to start him. I thought he would come on in the second half. When I seen the lineup an hour before kickoff that he wasn't starting, I was like absolutely over the moon with that. And then straight away, instant impact on the team, showed how good he can be. He looked so comfortable. You couldn't tell that was his first game. He looked like he'd been in the team for ages. And like I said, he'll prove to the fans over time that he deserves to be in the squad over Matty and Sean Longstaff, and I think he's already done that just after one game.
I know. I mean, thing is, people say, "Oh, great, Salah, great game. The Diaz, wonderful," and that sort of thing. It's only one game, but obviously, what it does after 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games, and then we have a good idea how he does. But at the minute, so far, so good. I just hope this guy makes it for a long, long time. Do you know what? If he does well first, I wouldn't mind having him for another season, because he needs games at Newcastle. Because he's not going to get at Arsenal Football Club. But hey, I think it's decent. And got some messages here for Ross again. I really hope Joe Wilcott does well. I don't think he fits the system Arteta wants to play. He will have trouble figuring it out. And also, Xavier instead of Hendricks. Xavier, I think he'd be paid off by Newcastle. And I just don't think he's good enough. And Hendrick, I'm sorry, but talk about Hendrick quickly, right? Do you think he deserved to be sent off, though? I think he did,
Yeah, people were saying that the second yellow card and stuff was harsh, but he's constantly just like doing these stupid, like that shirt pull. Like, why did he need to do that? It's just ridiculous. So yeah, he did deserve to be sent off, and all he ever does is just cause damage to the team. He never actually does anything positive. I don't know why we keep playing him. Even I know Sean has been horrendous this season, which, but I think I'd rather play him. I'd rather play anybody than Jeff Hendrick, because he's just ruining the team. He's the only player today that I would say had a bad game.
I'll tell you what, though, I know it's going back in your time, but there's a pop singer called rockstar called Jimi Hendrix, right? Now, if he played for Newcastle, he'd get a 10 out of 10. Do you know why? Because he is so damn good at what he does, right? As a musician, he is absolutely fantastic. It's not my sort of music, but I tell you what, he'd teach Jeff Hendricks how to produce some skill. And Jeff Hendricks, for me, is not good enough for the club. I've always said that. I don't know what he brings to the table. I don't know what he does. Don't forget, this guy was linked to AC Milan.
It's just ridiculous. Like, think about it. He wasn't particularly regarded as a good player for Burnley, and then we signed him, and he's just crap for us. AC Milan, I wish they had took him, don't get us wrong, because that would have been brilliant for us. But for them, I think they would have been having an absolute nightmare. I don't know who come up with that.
Holly, I love my Italian football, so yeah, for me, it's the world's best league in my eyes. But I don't think. I think Frank Kessie and Sandro Denali have something to say about that. If Hendrick came and took one of their places, let me tell you. And I'll tell you what, the Milan public were not like that at all. If he plays for Milan like he does for us, he'll get absolutely slated, I'm telling you. But then again, he might shock us all. But nah, I don't think Milan needs him anyway. Nah, not at all.
I don't think so.
No chance. The closest he'll get to Milan is, if he's lucky, is Milan Centrale. Arrive there and send them back. So there you go. I've got Stevie Bruce is also about injuries. He said, that's the disappointing thing for me. It looks as we've picked up an awful injury in Manquillo. Fabian Schär looks like a bad knee injury. And Callum Wilson now has a hamstring injury too. That's a huge blow. A huge blow.
Massive. It's just like we're already in a bad enough way. Obviously, we had all them defenders out, and now we've got another defender out. Well, 2 other defenders out, and our most important player in Callum Wilson. It's a nightmare. But the only positive you can take is obviously all of them got injured, and then we still went on to win the game. So hopefully, while they are out, we can just continue on without them and get a few results. Wow.
I'll just watch the Italian game now as well. Genoa's beating Napoli by 2 goals to them. I'm very surprised at that as well. So, and you're right. Strange things happen, but our injury record's not very good. Under Rafa Benitez, it seemed to heal up very, very quickly. But I want to know who's our doctor sort of thing, who looks after the injury side of things, you know what I mean? But they need to get fixed up because we got some games coming up. Got Chelsea, Man U away. We've got Wolves at home. And I think we got West Brom away. I might be wrong on that. But
I don't even know where we're at. There's that many games thick and fast.
I know. Tell us about it. It's just crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. And I don't know what to say, man, but we should have got some players in January. Otherwise, now we're short of players. We haven't got a right back. Apart from Emil Kraft, who has to play there. Here, we have to play centre half. Then, if you're going to play midfield three, it's going to have to be Shelby, who I'll come on to in a minute, yeah? And you've got Hedrick will be banned as well. So it's going to have to be one of the long shots going to have to come in and just go for that. And then Wilcock will have to play as well. So that's no problems there. So I've got 2 messages here as well. Well, one of them really from David. I would give him AC Milan. Like I said, they don't need him. If they win their game on Sunday, they'll be top of the table. So I don't think Milan will need him. Thank you very much indeed. And if I was a Milan fan, I wouldn't even go there. But still, to go on to quick ones, David Blades. Is that your brother?
No, it's my dad.
Oh, Dave, how are you doing, Dad? You okay? And listen, I had Holly here for a couple of times, 3 times this week. And I tell you what, though, you should be proud of your daughter. I think she's absolutely wonderful. But thanks for coming on my show. Make sure you subscribe to us, my friend. We should have kept Yedlin. I have to agree there because at the end of the day, we could have done with him. But letting him go and not replace another right back, it's just a recipe for disaster, you know. And it just don't replace players, you know what I mean? And Steve Bruce should be challenging Ashley and Charlie, but he'd be too scared to get the sack. I got David again. Henrik, I would give him to AC Milan. Not for me. And Tom says, a Wilson suit, play Carroll or Gell. You have to. I spoke to Samantha today, Mumba 88, and she had a good point. It's going to have to be Gell, have to be starting, and you're going to play a 4-3-3. Carroll, I don't think you should pick him again. Joe Linton's a waste of space. As for Joe Linton, apart from trying to do fancy skills in his own box, which could cause some trouble. Again, I gave him a 4 out of 10 on my rating today. I mean, what did he do in the first half?
Not a great deal. I'd give Joe Linton maybe like a 6, to be honest. I wouldn't give him a 4. I don't think he was bad. I don't think he was good. I think he was just like average. But I said that any player that was in the last few minutes of that game, I couldn't slate them because to go on to get the win in the circumstances was just great. But like Joe Linton, he's not a striker, which we know.
No.
And he's a left-sided player. And I wouldn't be starting him against Chelsea at the weekend. I would rather have Gale as my first choice because he's our second best striker. And Andy Carroll, he's the type of player that you bring on if you draw 0-0 for the last 5 minutes to try and head one in the back of the net or something. You couldn't start. Well, for me anyway, you couldn't play him for a whole game, especially against Chelsea.
Definitely not. I totally agree. You can't play against Chelsea, otherwise we'd really just get beat anyway. Do you know what I mean? But I wouldn't have him playing my team ever again, Joe Linton, because he offers absolutely now. He shouldn't even be playing today because what he did, he had a haircut was the one, and he broken COVID rules. He should have had 10 days off.
I know. I think he only ended up getting a £200 fine, which for a professional footballer is nothing. That's just change because obviously for £200 for average person, that's a big fine. But for Joe Linton, is he going to be bothered about £200? Not really.
Not at all. Not at all. The club are so weak. I mean, the way the club's being run, I just don't like the way they run the club at all whatsoever. £200, unbelievable. And he's just getting away with it. I think they're getting away with it all the time. But I wouldn't give him 10 days. But then again, I'll get rid of him at the end of the season very, very quickly because if not, he's going to stay. But who's going to take him on though? He's on 85, 90 grand a week. No one is going to pay that. Not even the German club would pay for that as well. No way. And I've got Aaron again. Hope you're okay, son. A month ago, we weren't creating chances in the 5-4-1. The worst injury will be way worse. Now we are creating chances. Gale or Fierce, I can do a job in the short term. Have to agree.
Yeah, Gale. Yeah, Gale's our best option as a replacement for Wilson. And then Fraser, don't get us wrong, I'm delighted that St Maximin's back in the squad. I think he did great, and obviously I would keep him. But I'm a bit gutted that we had obviously dropped Fraser because I think he was doing really, really well.
Good point. Jeffrey, big up my guy. Welcome to the building, my guy. And says, yes, John. Hi, Holly. What a difference it makes when your team wins on a Saturday. Could get used to this.
I don't think we'll be able to get used to it for long, sadly, but you never know.
Never know. Jeff, thanks for that, man. You already subscribed to my channel anyway, my guy. So, just that's going to be on the injury front as well. If I just get the next one. Yes, I'm going to read this one out. He's your guy as well. He's your mate, Isaac Hayden. And he was asked about him. I thought he was absolutely outstanding. I gave him an out of 10 today, and Samantha gave him a 10. When he was a kid, he played centre-back for Arsenal. I remember I was talking to Holst, he asked me chief scout for his best position centre-back. When he produces a performance like that, you can see why it's good to have. And he thinks that Hayden should be playing at centre-back. And you know something? I take him as centre-back all the time, me and I.
I would definitely have him at centre-back. I think he does a good job. But the only problem is in my opinion, he's our best midfielder. So then who would we kind of put in his place in midfield? And I know a lot of people were saying that he should get the captaincy, and I actually agree with that. I think he'd be a great captain because I don't rate Jamal Lascelles.
Nah, I mean, I totally agree. He's a leader as well, Isaac. I like Isaac. He's a proper leader. I'm glad it's on a new 5-year. It's a 6-year deal he signed. I think it's a 6-year deal.
6.
It's a 6-year. And I tell you what, though, why is he not playing? I just do not know. It's probably because he plays in Newcastle and Gareth Southgate. I think we both know this. We're not picking anyone placed in Newcastle United, but they want to play for a London club. And whoever gets them now, you'd be talking mega bucks to this guy. But for me, I don't think he ever leaves Newcastle because I love this guy. He's wholehearted. He's got a passion for the club. He's happy. I know he's got families down south and he's got family down there, but he never mourned. He gets on with it. And you know what? He gets on with his football. And the way he speaks as well, it makes him a proper captain.
Yeah, he's brilliant. He's such a professional. He always doesn't get the credit that he deserves. But in a way, that kind of is good for us because if he was getting more attention, then I feel like someone would have took him off us by now and someone else would have signed him. And I'm really happy that he's still with us. And I think that he will stay with Newcastle because he's comfortable here and he gets lots of game time. The fans really love him. So I think he might spend most of the rest of his career here.
Yeah, man, I'm absolutely fine. And, it's just great to have in your team. Do you know what I mean? I just love the guy, And I got some other tweets as well from Chrissy Roth as well from The Athletic. And I don't know if you can see it there. I think you can. And he said, what a huge 3 points from Newcastle after the bizarre game. Down to 9 men in the end. Worry, injuries all over. Hendrick's stupid red card. First half, exciting attacking, then second half of backs against wall defending. But the much needed win is theirs. Woo! Great guy.
Yeah, it was definitely must-need win for us. Like we said it's a must-win game because after that we've got Chelsea and then Wolves and Man United and just really hard games. So Southampton was a great opportunity to get a few more points on the board.
Definitely. And also on Fabian Shaw, it's now down in a lot of pain and it looks a knee injury. So it doesn't look good. I would not be surprised he's going to be out to the end of the season. I really do because he's going to be a huge miss him because he started to play well,
The last few games, he's been great. He's been coming back to the Shaw that he was when we first got him because I know he'd went through a period of not playing too good. And as you know, I said he's my favourite player. I really love Fabian Shaw and I'll be gutted to see him go. And I've seen the replay and stuff of the tackle that got him injured and I wasn't expecting it to be that serious, to be honest. When they brought the stretcher, I was like, oh my God, because I thought he was going to literally have a check over and then I thought he was going to be fine and get back on. And I was just so surprised when he did end up getting stretchered off. And I hope that he has a speedy recovery. And yeah, if he is out next season, it's going to be massive. And then will the club give him a new contract if he is out?
I think they're going to trigger the contract as well, but I do not trust this Newcastle club as well whatsoever. I really don't. But I hope they trigger that new deal for 1 year because he's highly rated anyway. He still is. He's a Swiss captain anyway as well. And when he plays for the Swiss national team, he's always been good.
Yeah, he's something a bit different. Like, a lot of our defenders are like, just classic defenders that literally just stop the ball from going in the back of the net. But Shaw, he's not afraid to get forward and get up the pitch and try and help out with goals and assists and stuff like that and get on the attack if he needs to.
I totally agree. But I don't like his free kicks anyway. To be honest with you, we really should have done that today. But listen, hit it against the wall. I'm not going to slate him because he's a good player. I've got Tom Dixon here. Southampton were absolutely poor today. They had the chances but couldn't finish. And Tom again, Lejeune, I was going to say we need to call him. He's doing well in Spain. Now, I want to touch on that. I don't know if you heard this, right? But, excuse me, that Steve Bruce has asked a question today, right? And he was asked, would you consider calling Lejeune back from Spain? And his answer was that I believe the kid is getting games. He actually called him kid. He's 29-year-old. He's not 19. He's not playing for the under 18s or the under 15s. And Steve Bruce is calling him as kid.
Yeah, that's like, I mean, yeah, I'm not sure what I make of that, like, to be fair. But, yeah, he might be getting games, but we need him, especially at the minute. Like, why would you not want Lejeune back? We're literally having to play Hayden at centre-back, which, yeah, fine, he's doing a good job. But we need him in midfield because our midfield's hopeless without Hayden, because then we've got the likes of Jeff Hendrick and Shelby, which can be good, but it can also be really bad. So we really need Lejeune, in my opinion. And like I said, he has his problems with his injuries, but on his day, he's absolutely fantastic. Like that Everton game last season, I just couldn't believe that.
It was amazing for Everton, but it was awful against Leicester City. But he gave away 2 goals, so you must have thought he still played for Newcastle. But listen, you're right, he is class at, you know what I mean? But in my honest opinion, I don't think he'll come back until the end of the season. That's my opinion. And I think Newcastle's got it absolutely wrong. It should have been a 6-month loan deal, and they absolutely messed up. But I think Lejeune will come back. You should have given him another year's contract before he moved to Spain. Then you still come back to Newcastle with 2 years left on the still. He left us with 2 years left on the still. Now he's going to come back with 1 year left on the still. So we definitely need him back. But he has been playing well, I must admit. Even Hosselu's playing well in space, been scoring goals as well. So
I know Hosselu's hit a lot of people by surprise. That happens to a lot of players that leave us. But then, would you have loaned Lejeune out in the first place? Because I wouldn't have.
Definitely not. No way. But for calling the French lad, calling Florian kid, he must be so insulted. Do you know what I mean? So insulted. I'm sorry, but if they call me kid, I take it as a compliment. At the end of the day, and I'm 51. I'm 51, and I don't look 51, by the way. People think I look a bit younger than that, but unbelievable.
Yeah.
I said I said that to Claire Williams the other day. Claire, Man U fan, and she just opened her gob. She couldn't believe it. She couldn't believe it.
I heard you say it in another live stream that you were 51. I didn't think you were either. Like when I first started watching your show and that. So
I know. Thank you, man. But I still got to lose half a stone if I can do it. But when the gyms are opening, I'll be hitting that gym. I'm gonna smash it, absolutely smash it on the cross trainer and all the press ups and stuff. I'm gonna need to do that. You know what I mean? So I love the gym. I'll miss it. Don't open schools, right? Don't open anything till it's safe to go. Say that before, man. But I've got a good one here for you, right? Jeff, he asked, do you think the jealousy of boost towards Jones will blow up or come to a heat? Or is it a case of as long as we win, they're on the same page?
It should be a case of as long as we're on the same page, but it's not. You can tell since he came to the club, you can tell he's had an issue with Jones. And even in this game, he just looked annoyed with him. And I think eventually something will end up happening, like an argument or whatever, and it'll come out in the media. And I don't think it's going to end nicely at all because Jones, he's just trying to do what's best for the club. Whereas Bruce, he's got his own agenda, doing what's best for himself. So they've got a contrasting kind of what they're aiming for, and they're on a completely separate page, in my opinion. So I don't think it's going to end well at all.
I don't think it will. I mean, one of them's going to go, and I hope it's Bruce, because at the end of the day, Mike actually needs to sort out the suit because he's the owner of the club. And Charlie's got to do something as well, because at the end of the day, when Ashley's not there, Charlie runs the show. And at the minute, you heard an out from Charlie. I don't think this guy wasn't upset the apple cart, you know what I mean? He's just too scared of making the big decisions, you know what I mean? He's got a big heat, but he just makes the big decisions, you know what I mean? But like I said, he deserves a slap anyway. But if he was the president of Serie A club, he'd be found out anyway. But like I said, you're right. Something has to happen because they need to talk to each other. The players are siding with Jones, 100%. They're not siding with Bruce, because if Jones wasn't there, we'd not won these games. But we won two games in 3. But if you look at the big picture, we held on twice in 14.
But it's 2 and 3 games since Jones arrived, so that looks great in terms of Jones. But then what I don't understand about, obviously you say the players are siding with Jones, which I agree with. Obviously all the pundits say that, all the players will love Bruce because he's like a friend, he's great with people and things like that, and maybe he's not as good as the manager side as a professional, but he's a great friend. But it doesn't seem that way to me, because all of the players seem to be not that keen on Bruce, and they are going towards Jones for, advice and things.
I know, if that is the case, that does look good on Bruce, doesn't it, really? I think he needs to whack away, because he's not getting the confidence. But the reason he's not whacking away, he don't want to miss out on this £1.5 million compo.
I know, but I think if I was Bruce, it would be worth paying whatever to leave that job, because, would you really want to go through what Steve Bruce is going through right now? And he says he's a Newcastle fan, and would you really want to put your own club through what he's putting the club through?
Well, definitely not really, because he does not look well. He looks ill. He looks stressed. He doesn't. At times, he just doesn't look happy at Newcastle. If he's not happy in Newcastle, whack away.
He can't be happy at Newcastle, because he had last season he did okay, but no one really wanted him there. When he pointed, it was all toxic and everything was just going bad. And then this season has been horrendous. He's been really showing up for who he is, and the fans have turned on him even more. And I was willing to give him a chance when he first came, because I want anyone to do well for Newcastle. But now people like me that were willing to give him a chance have just give up on him now, and he's not. No one likes him. He doesn't like being here. He should just go.
I totally agree. He should walk away, otherwise he's going to make himself even more ill. Do you know what I mean? But that's well said, by the way. He has to go, and he needs to walk away now, because no one don't want him here. I don't want him here. I never wanted him in the first place. Do you know what I mean? He should have gone after Liverpool last season. I've always said that. And now here we are, 2 wins in 14, not good enough. He has to go, and I agree with you there, Killer. I agree with you as well. I got Thomas here. ASM Miggy will got work their socks off today. And I got Tom as well. Latest scores, Man U 1, Everton 0. My guy Cavani scored today, and Pickford is not playing tonight. Robin Olsen on loan at Roma is in goal apparently, but my guy Cavani used to play for Napoli, and he scored 108 goals in 8 appearances for the South Italian club, and he's still a hero. You mentioned his name in Napoli, and they just talk about him all day. Class that.
I'm not surprised. That's a great goal scoring record.
It is. I've seen him score scores as well, and he scored some cracking goals. His best score for me was against a club called Lecce, right? I think it's the 95th minute. He hit him from 30 yards into the top corner. He ran into the crowd, right, and did a lap at honor with a lap goal sort of thing. And I think he got booked for it as well. But the referee threatened to send him off as well. But what a player he is. Class that. Can you imagine if he had a takeover? Can you imagine him being at Newcastle?
I know, it's great. This is the thing I'm most looking forward to when we get a takeover. I want us to get another striker like Shiva, because we haven't had an absolutely outstanding striker since him, and we need someone new. Obviously, we've had people. Rondon, he was decent, and Wilson, he's decent, but no one ever lives up to them heights. And I just can't wait for us to just get another striker that's absolutely idolised by everyone, that's just banging them in on the daily. And we need another club hero because we've had none for years.
Exactly. Who would you go for? Who would you buy? Who would you buy?
It depends on the budget. I don't think they'll spend much when they first come, but I wouldn't go out and buy someone massive straight away. Like, I don't know, I wouldn't like go out and buy Mbappe or something straight away. I would start off with like a decent striker and try and build up the squad. I wouldn't just go like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, if you give us the money now, if I give you 100 million now to go and get a striker, excuse me, go and get a centre forward. Okay, it's not in Italy, but the one name I'd give you, Erling Haaland for Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah, I've seen a bit of him. I need to start watching more like international football because I really don't watch enough, and I'd like to learn more about other players. So I'll have to start doing that.
Can't watch Italian football. I go to Italy. Like, I mean, obviously the pandemic is through in a minute, and I can't go back to Italy. Sort of. I've been to like Milan. I've been to Rome. Been to Naples. I've been to Fiorentina, and I've been to some second division clubs as well because I love Italian football sort of thing. And that's a good film. I could do some streams down there as well, just live streams in Italy sort of thing where I'm at. Like, I could do like the paper, like the back pages as well, which would be fantastic. You know what I mean? I'll be good at that as well. So I'll be doing that. That's another content I can do the back pages, that'd be brilliant. So
yeah, it's great that you get to go to the games in Italy and stuff. I'd love to do stuff like that, but I've never watched much international football, which I really should do, because I mean, a lot of it seems a lot better than the rubbish we're watching Newcastle most of the time. So it'd be nice to see something a bit more better.
Absolutely. Until we get a takeover sort of thing. Like, I'd love to go back to Newcastle, watch the games, but at the moment, I don't know if I can do it under Mike Ashley. I just don't know if I can do it because I love Newcastle. I love the club. I'm passionate about my club. But at the end of the day, it just needs a new takeover. If you can get that in, or a decent manager coming to the club, then I'll come back. But I'm always going to support Newcastle United, 100%, and
how long have you boycotted? Just last season, or
just when Rafa went?
So were you going to games when Rafa was there?
Yeah, I've been to some games because I had a season ticket. Rafa Benitez was there. When we were in the championship, I had a season ticket as well, and and I went to most of the games. And I went to the last game of the season against Barnsley, where we had to win, and Brighton didn't win their game. We were on top of the table and won the championship. The atmosphere was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
It was. That was a great day, because I think obviously most people were expecting Brighton to win. Obviously, when they went ahead, and then obviously we got the title on the last game, and it was excellent atmosphere. But like a lot of the games that season, I thought the championship season was great.
Yeah, that's right, because of Rafa Benitez. I hate the league, but Rafa Benitez was the main difference. And when I thought he stayed, I had to double check it twice. I thought, whoa, hang on a minute, is he really still in the championship? And I thought, wow. And then he signed a 3-year deal in the championship, and I think that'd be magnificent. And I heard people say we're going to go through the season undefeated. I don't think so somehow. That was never on the cards, never going to happen. We lost the first 2 games. And after that, the rest was history, man. And yeah, what a season, then. What a season, though. And
yeah, it just shows how much of a difference a manager can make.
I tell you something, he spent 52 million pounds and he bought in some good players, and it was a huge difference. Dwight Gale up front, Matt Ritchie, we had Isaac Hayden, I thought Lascelles plays his best football under Rafa Benitez, I thought. And yeah, it's been some cracking ones as well. Luis Perez sorting himself out. I thought he's going to get roughed up in the championship. I don't think this league's to be for him. But I tell you something, he came through at flying colours, and there's some great players, man.
And even Mo Diarmi, I love Mo Diarmi in the championship.
Do you know what it is with Mo Diarmi? He gives us legs. And I'll tell you, when he came to us, I thought this guy's going to dominate the midfield. And I thought he was a bit slow, but listen, he got through. And he was strong in the midfield. But I do want him to do this in number 10, because Rafa plays us at 10. He would have been better off in a sitting role, the 2 defensive midfielders. Yeah. I liked him there. But
I know. I wish we kept him. I didn't want to let him go, and especially now, like I think he's a lot better than some of the players we've got. So I would have kept him.
I would have kept him myself for another year, sort of thing. And this guy, he would have gave us experience as well. And I think he would have shot a few people, even though he was 31 at the time. But Rafa wanted to keep him. Ashley didn't want, and that's where the problem lies. Rafa wanted him. Ashley said no, and that is where Rafa got a bit peed off because it seems that Ashley's running the show, and it's a shame because it ended like that because I knew Rafa would go, but he never breaks a contract. So yeah, it's sad, man. But I've got Russ here. Pickford is finished. Highlights of the day was me as in taking a Mickey out of Merson. Sam Maximus, love it. I've got Gia Robert Immobile. You haven't heard? Have you heard of him? Gia Immobile plays a Lazio. You haven't, haven't you? Now he plays a Lazio, 31-year-old. He scored 34 goals last season, and he equaled the Serie A record last season. Scored 36 goals last season. The guy is absolutely immense. Newcastle wanted him for £35 million, and I said, "There's no way you're going to get him. Not even with a takeover, because for two reasons here." He's going to be a Lazio captain, and he's going to sign a 5-year deal. But I got one of them right. He's never going to come to Newcastle. Absolutely nowhere. And I got Peter Padlock. Now he goes on CVU show on a Monday night, and I join him. And he said, "John, please don't tell you ask Steve Bruce to bring Joe Linton on." Oh, bless him. And then I've got my guy and Albert JTV, the one I'll try to get you on. Arsenal fan. He's a massive Arsenal fan. He's not a happy bunny to dear, but he said, "Good evening to you, John and Holly. People smash the likes." And also Sky.
Yeah.
And also he's a comes down there, man. You know, but that's exactly what Albert's done. Albert, hope you're okay. Sorry that you lost the day. I know you're not very happy, but I'll be listening to the AFTV clips later on. So I'll be doing that. And yeah, he's an Arsenal fan. So how did these shows go on there? LFTV? Did it went good?
Yeah, it went really, really good. Obviously, it was my first time. I've been on the fan reactions, but it was my first time doing like an actual show with Sam and Brandon. They were both really, really nice, and I enjoyed it. And then popped on the fan reactions after today's game, and hopefully I can do some more content with them because I really enjoyed it.
Fantastic. And you're on MEF, and you're on Ladies' Night on Monday, I believe.
Yeah, that's something I'm really excited for. I've been watching the show since it started, and I think all the girls that are on it and Steve do a really good job. So hopefully that I do really well on that, and maybe I can start going on that a few times. Sure.
No, don't forget my channel 9 because I'll put you on the ropes. You learn the ropes. And you know, but look, at the end of the day, sort of thing, like, you know, you are absolutely amazing. You know what it is? You're absolutely amazing. And don't let no one tell you what to do. It's like, oh, be prepared, John. The Where's Joe Linton questions will be coming. They found his agent, you know. Get the money in, sort of thing. But I'll be prepared for that, you know. But nah, he's a good lad. If you get him followed, he's a good lad. He's got his own channel show as well. And check him out, please, guys. And he will be absolutely amazing. So, and Jay was, how are you, man? Bringing Joe Linton on? Not me. You got to defend this. You got to defend this, man, Holly. You got to defend. You got to be on my side. This is not true.
No, I don't think anyone would want to bring Joe Linton on, and I don't think John would want to bring him on either.
Definitely no way. I mean, from day one, sort of thing, I knew we weren't going to make it. I mean, he just doesn't press. If he presses, if he charges like a china in a ball in a china shop sort of thing, gives him bossing about sort of thing for his work. Look at Craig Bellamy. I don't know if you heard of Craig Bellamy.
Yeah.
Well, when he came, I think his work rate is absolutely brilliant. He used to press people. He's quick, brilliant. But the problem is he had a mouth. And then I listened to him on Talk Sport the other week, and he's basically defending Mike Ashley. Basically, he's an Ashley man anyway, and he's the one who said that our fans should be mourning, and the fans were absolutely furious about it.
As there should be. No Newcastle players and stuff like that, or anyone that likes football should never defend Mike Ashley because he's an anti-football person.
Well said. And this is why people like Ron Barton, Rob Lee won't be allowed to go on Sky Sports because they'll criticise Ashley. They'll not get him on. They won't get him on there because they speak against Ashley. You know what I mean? Look at Rio Ferdinand, right? Look at Rio Ferdinand when he was on BT. He defended Ashley to the hilt. I don't know if you saw that a couple of years ago. He really had a go at the Newcastle fans, saying that he can't afford to spend this. Is he going to sell the club? Why is he going to spend that? He really check it on YouTube, man. I'll try and get it up for you, and then you can listen to it yourself. But I tell you something, Rio Ferdinand really ripped it, and Twitter was a meltdown that day.
I know it's constant though. They're always having a dig at us and defending Mike Ashley, and I just think why do they like the guy so much? Because their job is to obviously talk about football and stuff like that, and he's making their job worse because we're playing horrendous football that they've got to sit and watch and talk about. If he wasn't there, we could be playing good football, which then they'd have a better job because they could sit and talk about it. And I just don't know why they're all defending him. Like, I can't think of one positive thing that he's done for the club at all. And then, like, all these people, and they're just so nice to him, and it just blows my mind. Newcastle fans, in my opinion, are the most victimised fans in the media because they take everything out of context, blow everything out of proportion, and just make us seem like the most arrogant arseholes ever. Like, they say that we're expecting to win the league and stuff like that. Are they actually stupid? What Newcastle fan expects us to win the league? No one. Yes, we're one better than what we have now, as we should, but realistically, we're just expecting to be a stable Premier League club, which we should because we are a massive, massive club.
Yes, we are. And these medias and journals have not done their research at all properly. So until they do the research properly, they should keep their mouth shut because they don't absolutely know about the problems. You've got people like Chris Sutton, you've got Robbie Savage, Paul Merson, Tim Sherwood, Rio Ferdinand, right? And even the Talk Sport presenters like Ali McCoist, Gary Abongo.
I used to sometimes listen to Talk Sport, but I stopped listening to them because they were just talking absolute rubbish. And it's like people go on. I know Man United didn't like their owners, the Glazers and stuff like that. And as a Newcastle fan, I think maybe they're being a bit dramatic, but I never comment on it because at the end of the day, I don't know a lot about Man United. I'm not a Man United fan. So it's not my place to go in and make assumptions about stuff like these pundits are about Newcastle.
Exactly. And now Chris Sutton's come out and said that Turnant's done a U-turn about Steve Bruce in the past. But listen, you're right, but did he do the research before they open it up? Because they're going to make yourself like an absolute idiot. And for me, they've gone a bit quiet in a minute because they've got nothing to say, honestly.
Yeah, well, I know Ashley obviously wants out, so they obviously, I feel like they don't probably need to defend him as much because they know that he wants out as well. And also, Mike Ashley's gone quiet. He's normally always all over the news and in the paper and whatever else, but he's gone quiet. There's nothing really to talk about. Now, it's just waiting to see what's going to happen, obviously, with him leaving the club. And I feel like when he does leave the club, it's just months. It's going to be constant going on and on, probably saying that Newcastle fans will want these owners out because we're ungrateful and stuff like this. You can just imagine it. They'll be picking up on the smallest stuff and just going at it.
You know what? I mean, I can't be bothered about this media sort of thing now because for me, when I say something, they just don't listen. You know what I mean? I speak to my mum, complain about Mike Ashley this and Mike Ashley that sort of thing, and she said I need to calm myself down, and that's me mum I'm talking about. You know what I mean? But hey, bless her heart. I agree with you there. I just got these comments to go before I lose them. John thinks you can get £50 million for Joe Linton. We'll see about that, shall we? Yeah, Rex Little about Leeds and Bielsa, medium so biased. Jeffrey, you're absolutely right. And he also said, because they're in the wilderness for 16 years now, they deserve so much, blah, blah. Whereas our expectation Newcastle is unrealistic. What?
Yeah, they say we have unrealistic expectations, but we say that we'd like to get back to the heights that we would under Keegan and Bobby Robson, but we don't expect that. What we do expect is to literally not get relegated, which isn't ridiculous expectations. We should never be in the Championship.
Never. You're right. And we had 2 years. We had been relegated twice under this owner in Ashley, twice, and we never been relegated before he came. And it is sad, man, because we got relegated the first time. Then I'm sorry, we deserve to be relegated, and we deserved it because of the way the club was being run. And the second time, Rafa tried to save us, and he just couldn't keep us up because he came in too late again.
Yeah, it was like the first time in the 2009-10 season, I think it was, when we went down under Shearer, and like obviously I think he wanted to stay, and Mike Ashley just kind of like said no, and it was treated appallingly again, but like it wasn't Shearer's fault. He didn't do a bad job. He didn't have enough games, and that was the same with Benitez. They're just constantly, they say they learn from the mistakes, but they just repeat the same mistakes over and over and over.
I totally agreed. Ashley and Charlie will never, ever learn. They both gamble, that sort of thing. They gamble all the time, and they're absolutely reckless. They like to play Russian roulette, and they end up losing their chips. So there you go. And Jason, good luck for Monday, Holly, on Ladies' Night.
Yeah, thank you, Jay. I appreciate it.
Absolutely a star. And you know what it is? I think I'm going to watch that on Monday before I go on to Paul's show. Going to watch on your debut on it, and I'll assess you. But I'll definitely give you a 10 out of 10 anyway. So, because you know you're talking, whose place you taking? You taking Samantha's place?
I don't know. He hasn't said. He just said he's going to message us on Monday.
Cool. I mean, I'd love to go on Steve's show as well, sort of thing, even for half an hour or so, sort of thing. Just have a chat about Newcastle, sort of thing. I think I'll do okay.
Yeah, I think you would. Like, obviously, I'm a big fan of your show and Steve's, and his show's really, really good. So, hopefully, he sends you a message at some point to get you on.
I can't wait for that. And, you know, just got to be easy on us. I'll be easy on him, man, you know. And listen, I mean, it's tough times this year because all the lockdowns, and it's been an awful year doing this. I should have done this months ago. But listen, it's never too late to do it. I think I've done okay. And look at 350 odd subscribers. I'm happy with that. And you should get your own channel, Holly. You going to get your own channel, or?
I know. I spoke to Sam from Newcastle Fans TV after the stream last night. We had a chat, and he was like, "Oh, so like, what you planning on doing? I think they're getting your own channel and stuff." And I was like, "I honestly don't know, because I never planned on doing videos. I was watching your stream, and then I messaged and said I come on. I'd never done anything like this in my life, and then loads of people just started to ask us to come on, like out of nowhere, and I just wasn't expecting it. So I have no idea what I'm going to do. I don't know if I will be good doing my own channel, or I'm not sure."
I tell you what, though, if you get your own channel, I want to be first.
Yeah, like, I mean, yeah, I really appreciate coming on your show, because I got lots of other opportunities out of that, and like off Steve and Newcastle Fans TV, the Tomb Review, and Geordie Talk, and other people that I probably can't remember, and it's just, I really, really appreciate it.
Oh man, definitely. I'll put your name out as well to other channels as well. I mean, I've been on Toon TV, James. I've been on Geordie Talk, Stephen's a good lad. And I've been on who else I've been on to? I've been to I've done a few Sheffield United fan, I've done a Man U fan, Claire Williams, I did that on a chat. I was on for nearly 2 hours, by the way. She was amazing. And she was so passionate about her team. And yeah, I've went to that on Newcastle Fans TV, and they said, you know what, I'm so passionate, and they want to get us on again. And amazing guys, you know, that was against Leeds, and that's where we got beat by 5-2. Unbelievable. And I've got Jeff as well. So he's got to go, guys. Thanks a lot for the day. Great show, really positive. Nice meeting you, Holly. Toon. And Jeff, it's nice meeting you as well, mate. And make sure you join us again, man. And, you know, it's just done. So what are you doing tomorrow, Holly? What's your plans for tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I don't think I'm doing anything tomorrow, to be fair. Just a quiet day, and then on Ladies' Night on Monday. And so, yeah, not really much tomorrow.
Right. I don't know what contents I'm going to do tomorrow, but I'll go see if I can get a Chelsea fan on tomorrow. And
yeah, that'd be good.
A few sort of things. I'll definitely do that. I think Harvey Sends a leftist message. I'm going to try and get him, sort of thing, like, you know, and it'd be amazing, like, you know, and excuse me, I've got to do like one thing I'd love to do if Newcastle's challenging for the top 6 sort of thing, like I would do like a combined 11. Like say, for example, Chelsea play Newcastle next week, and I'm gonna make a team up, play 4-3-3. I don't know how many Newcastle players are going to be in that combined 11.
Not many. Like it's against the top sides. The thing is with them is they've just got like most players in the bottom half of the table. They've got 1 or 2 standout players, but the teams in the top 6 and the top 4 Champions League, Europa, they've just got countless amounts of excellent players that we could only dream of having in our squad. So it's I don't think many of ours have a sniff of getting in.
Can't see it. If I did a 4-3-3 formation, I'd just pick players on form, yeah. And Werner, it's not on form in a minute, so I'll put Wilson in straight away because he's in more form than Werner. Werner's a world-class player, but he's lost the plot in a minute, so it'd definitely be in my team anyway. Wilson, like, you know what I mean? And like I said, you're right. They got some top players, and for us, we have got a long way to go. These players have not played in Europe at all. They're not playing European football, you know.
Yeah, I don't like the last time I was in Europe was like 2012 under Pardew. So
yeah,
it's a long time, 9 years now, so it's a long way off.
I know. I mean, I don't know what David Santon thought against Benfica when he went to throw the ball back to the keeper and he threw it straight at Rodrigo, I think it was, and he scored at the back of the net. That killed us. That killed off the tie. It really killed off the tie. What was he thinking of? I just couldn't believe my eyes. And, you know, I thought Papi Cisse was excellent that neat sort of thing, you know, and we could have gone through against Benfica, but I think he had a goal offside and then he scored in the 90th minute and that actually killed us. We could have gone all the way to the finals, you know.
Yeah, that season it was just magic. Like it seemed so out of character compared to the rest of the Ashley era. It was just like one of them magic seasons. And then you saw obviously the decline that we had the season after, and it was just like so heartbreaking to see, and you just couldn't believe how we can go from being really good in the Europa League to just like struggling in the Premier League and then going down not long after, a few years after.
I know, and we could have got relegated in the same season anyway, but they had some good players there, players playing in the right positions. We had Sissoko, we had Gabai, Cisse, Dembaba.
Colaccini was in, wasn't he?
Colaccini was there. His first season, he was very, very poor in his first season. But when he got back to the Premier League, I thought he was much better.
Yeah, we had some great players in that squad when you look back. The thing is, it's like when we got relegated, we had some top players, and obviously from the Europa League, and we did have a good side under Pardew. It's just like crazy that he did get us relegated with the quality of players that we had, because they were players that were good enough to tap into the top 10.
I know, you're right. I mean, Sissoko, we got 30 million quid off Spurs. We absolutely fleeced them, didn't we? We sold them 30 million. Rafa did that. 30 million, we absolutely fleeced them.
We've had some, like, the same, obviously, when we sold, like, Carroll and stuff. Like, we've had some good money brought in, but then, unfortunately, we haven't reinvested it in the squad, so it's just went in Mike Ashley's back pocket.
Again, you're right, because that 30 million could have been handy sort of thing. You know, we needed the right side of midfield to balance in the team. And you're right. It's just gone in his back pocket. He just doesn't care. He doesn't care about the club. And that's why no one ain't going to work for him. There's no way.
Well, absolutely. Yeah, realistically, from when he first bought the club, it was already set to fail, because apparently he bought it like on a gambling bet or something. Like he had a bet with someone to buy the club, and that's why he bought it. And apparently he tried to buy Spurs first, because I think he's a Spurs fan. And they didn't let the deal go through, so he bought us. And that's just a betting on buying a football club. Like, that's just ridiculous. And, like, from that, it was set to fail, in my opinion, because that's just literally the most unprofessional thing ever.
What an absolute muppet, honestly. And the worst thing is, Holly, he didn't do due diligence. That means before buying a club, he had to check out the account, see if there's any hidden debts into the club. He didn't do that. What he did, he just bought the club outright, straight without checking. And when he found out the hidden debts, about a couple months later, you think, oh my God, what did I bought this club for?
Well, see, yeah, that's the thing. That's what you get for buying a club on a bet. Like, you don't know anything about it. It's just like, I mean, I don't care how rich you are. You don't go buying massive establishments as a bet. And then as well, see, that's probably the only good thing that Mike Ashley has done good for us, like out of everything, is that obviously we were in like financial problems under John Hall because we had a lot of debt, and then he obviously paid all that off. So that's the only good thing he's done. But since then, he's just brought us into decline
all the time. And it could have been a lot worse. We could have been in administration as well. It would have cost us points, possibly relegation, And yeah, it was disaster after disaster at the end of the day. But actually just got like a interest-free loan to sort of debt out as well. So, wow. It's just, now with debt-free, the club is ready to be sold. That's why Ashley owns all that money back. And he'll not got all that money back if he got relegated. I don't think he'll get relegated now after today. I really don't. I
think we should definitely stay up. And now we're actually in prime position to be sold. We've got no debts. A lot of players' contracts are expiring. That gives freedom to sign new players in the summer window. And Bruce has only got a year left on his contract, and it's just a perfect position for buyers to come in and start their regime and have a new era at Newcastle, which we all need.
Absolutely. And if they get a new era, I'll be back. Don't worry about that. I'll be back. And I'll be doing like a bit of live shows as well, and probably watch along as well if me batch can hold up to it, which would be good. So yeah, all things go, and just having to ask season tickets and just.
Do you still have a season ticket?
I still have a side, but I haven't been. And the reason I'm keeping it is just in case that the takeover does happen.
Well, I'd say definitely keep on hold of it, because I think it is going to happen soon. And the people that did cancel, which I could understand when Rafa left, the thing is now is they'll never get a ticket if the takeover happens, which is a shame, because some of them people's been going throughout all this rubbish to then cancel it, and then they'll not get back. Because I guarantee you, as soon as that takeover is announced, the box office will be absolutely packed, and the tickets will sell like that.
And go in a couple of hours. It's like watching Newcastle versus Juventus. They all go to the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like like back in the good days when we were well, and tickets used to sell out, and you used to have to really be there straight away to get tickets. Now you can just get them easy as you want. You can get them the day before the game, but it'll be great to get back to trying.
I know, choose your seats, man. Choose your seats. But you're right, I'll keep my season ticket. You've got to keep your season ticket as well, Miss Blades. Let me tell you.
Well, I never boycotted. I still went to every game. So
you still go to.
Yeah. I can't wait to get back in the match, though. I know it's like being a bit crap and stuff, but I think it'll be great to get back, and I can't wait to just be there again and just watch a match in person. Life go back to normal when it's safe.
I know, yeah. It's just got to be done, because now I'm doing this YouTube as well, so it's nice to go up, sort of thing. I know people was going to slit. I say, "Oh, you going back to the match with Ashley?" People say, "If you go to the matches, you got to support Ashley." But I was saying now, if you want to go to the matches, go to the matches. Yeah, we can't tell you what to do. Simple as that. If you want to go, you can, because at the end of the day, that's all you want to do. Happy days. I can't.
And the thing is, people say supporting Ashley, but no matter who was the owner, before Ashley, after Ashley, I'd go regardless. So it's not anything about Ashley. I just really, really love watching Newcastle United in person, so that's what I do.
I agree. But if you're a happy go, just do it. Do you know what I mean? Just go out and enjoy it. You know what I mean? Support the lads and have a good time, and that's what it's all about. So I got Tom here. It would be amazing. Someone came for Jordan in the summer. I would just accept the offer if it's high as £25 million. You'd be lucky to get that. You won't get 25 quid for Jordan, according to us. I think he's right. I'm not sure if you have to play defence to Chelsea game. The shout you have done it. Hopefully, if we fit Lewis, hopefully Clark is back. And Tom's I think we're safe now. Even if you lose against Chelsea and Man United, where do you sit in the ground? I think that's referred to you, Holly.
I sit in the strawberry corner, in the Gallagher end, the Gallagher East corner. It's officially called, near the front.
I think that's amazing. Good seat as well. That's close to the Gallagher.
Yeah.
The Gallagher, isn't it?
Yeah, I sat in the Gallagher for a bit and then I moved to there. But I was being a kid and stuff. I always sat in level 7. So when I got my ticket in the Gallagher, it was amazing because level 7, you sit and all the players look like tiny little dots you can hardly see. So it's nice to get a seat in the Gallagher.
Oh man, you know what it is? It's just brilliant. So that back then it's been under the Bobby Robson days, Rafa days, and Keegan days as well. And I couldn't go under the Keegan because I couldn't get a season ticket, and I had work commitments as well. So you know what it is? When that atmosphere gets taken over, Holly, it's going to be world class. It's going to be a world class atmosphere. We got a couple of world class players in the stadio, and hopefully things will be absolutely fine. That's what we need, and we want this atmosphere back. There's one guy that's holding us back, and that's Ashley.
It would be brilliant to see this atmosphere that obviously older fans always talk about in the glory days, because like obviously there's odd games here and there where we have a good atmosphere, but it's nothing like how it used to be. That's the impression I get, and it'd be great for me to experience that because I've never seen it before.
I think it'd be brilliant. I'm gonna have to come and meet you guys and your dad as well. And your dad, I'm surprised your dad came and be chatting, you know, but you know, listen, at the end of the day, he sounds a good dad, and you know, I bet he goes to the games, and you know, and I think he sounds a good dad, you know.
Yes, my dad's he goes quite a lot of games and that, and I know. Obviously, I told him I was like starting this YouTube thing, and he's been watching a few of my streams, and he says that I'm doing good. So there you go.
Oh, bless him, bless him. He should come on. He should come on my chat as well, man. You know, have a word with him, and you know, I take all the comments, you know, but. Oh, bless him. But no, it's just doing well. I think it's going to be more people sort of thing's going to do it again. I mean, like I'll be on Monday night. I'm going to go on the Toon Review Monday. I hope, well, it's 8:30, but I hope it starts a bit early. But he likes to watch you guys do the ladies' night before he does the show, which is fair enough. Tuesday, I might do like a real talk podcast as well, sort of thing, like chatting to 3 other people as well. I mean, chat would be great. And you know, I was on Wednesday, I've got to think of something to do. Thursday, probably a match preview. Friday, press conference reaction. Saturday, live watch along, or only whatever it may be. So I'm busy, man.
Yeah, mad busy. Like the work you do for your channel's great, but it's paying off because in a few months getting like 350 subs is like amazing. So if you ever, obviously, whenever you need someone on, just drop us a message and I'll be happy to come on.
Do you know what it is, Holly? You'll be the first to want the contact sort of thing as well, because at the end of the day, sort of thing, I definitely get you on without a shadow. Do you know what I mean? Definitely do the press conference reaction again on Friday. I think we should do the press conference reaction on the Friday. I think that'd be mint.
Yeah, that's fine. Friday's good. I really obviously enjoy doing the videos. It's always funny to sit and talk about the rubbish Bruce has been talking.
I know. That'd be brilliant, man. You know what I mean? I love doing that. I think that'd be perfect for you. I mean, I'm going to try and get some do the player ratings as well, sort of thing. And then I'll get the press conference action as well, and post one as well. That'd be amazing. I think you'd be brilliant on that. That would suit you to the ground, babe.
Yeah, just let us know and I'll be sure to come on.
Sure. I'll just read this couple of messages quickly. He sits under aware fans in the corner next to the big screen. I don't think it's that big. Thanks, John. Thanks, John. Holly, us also supporter. Holly talks sense.
Thanks, Shay.
And honestly, great stream, lads. Do you know what it is, right? I mean, if I had like over 1,000 people watching live, and I've got say 20,000 subscribers, sort of thing, it's going to be so hard reading all those messages. Do you know what I mean? And trying to keep up with them, sort of thing. You know what I mean? Which would be amazing. So. But I'd love to get 1,000 there, so I can start doing me super chats as well, sort of thing. Like, say you had your own channel, you had over 1,000 people watching live. I can donate you, so I donate you a tenner. 30% will go to YouTube. The rest of the money goes to you, but that money will improve my channel, and I can use it for channel reasons, sort of thing. So that's what
I'm sure people would be really happy to help your channel as well because you're doing a really good job with it.
Oh, thanks very much. I need an agent now. I'm definitely going to need an agent. Can you be my agent? Coin. You want a coin, though, don't you? You want some coins?
I mean, I'm not sure I'll be very good, but you know.
You know. You don't come cheap, though, right? You don't come cheap. We're talking numbers as well. Big numbers, man. But you know what? That'd be amazing. Oh, my God. We've got some latest score here. We'll promote my channel. Tom says, Man U 2, Everton 2. And don't give the money to Mike Ashley. Definitely not. Definitely not. I won't give the money to Holly.
Yeah, I'd rather give the money to anyone than Mike Ashley.
I know. If I had the money, I'll give it all to you. Just give it all to you. If that means chucking it at you, sort of thing, you take it. But, you know what I mean? So, what's the plans for the rest of the night, then? What's your plans for the rest of the day? Is that you?
Well, it's my mum's birthday today, so obviously I spent all this afternoon with her, and I'll go and spend the rest of the night with her, probably.
Wow. So, oh, bless. Happy birthday to your mum, and, you know, tell her that she's lovely. Tell her that I love her as well. And she sounds amazing, your mum. I'm sure she does.
Yeah,
And
she is.
She is. And obviously, lovely mum. And then Tom says, Newcastle play a week on Monday. Kick off at 8 p.m. Is that against Chelsea? That's got to be Chelsea then. Has to be.
But I know we've got a break. I think we've got like about 10 days off or something.
Yeah. I think we don't play till Monday. I think our next game on Monday. So definitely on a Monday.
Yeah, so it's quite a break.
That's quite a break though, isn't it? So let's hope they come up with something different. They got an extra week off now. Just hope it's make something different. Do you know what I mean? We got to see something different. I'll get me season ticket. Had enough of Ashley.
Fair enough.
Champions League this week. Hopefully Chelsea gets a few injuries. Injuries or not, we'll not beat Chelsea.
Well, I said my score prediction earlier on Newcastle Fans TV, and I said 2-2. I'm fit. It's complete opposite how I was, but that game, it's made us feel so much more confident and positive. Like, I was tempted to say we'll nick a 1-0, but I thought, no, I'll not go that far. I'll say 2-2.
You go 2-2, and you were wrong because you won 3-2. Yay!
No, I went about the Chelsea game.
Oh, Chelsea game. Oh, good luck. Well, I hope you're right. 2-2, eh?
Yeah, I said Maxi. I think Maxi will get a goal, and probably another one for Almiron. I was gutted he didn't get the hat-trick because you could see he was trying so hard for it in that game. So I think he's really going to start chipping in with more goals and coming into form now. He just looks brilliant.
He does, doesn't he? He's the Miggy that we seen for Atlanta United. Do you know what I mean? But let's hope we play this 4-3-3 against Chelsea again. Do you think you play 4-3-3 again?
Well, I think if we didn't have the problems with injury, he probably would have went with 5 at the back because that's what he tends to normally do when we play good sides. But I didn't want him to do that, obviously. But obviously, we don't have the defender. So, yeah, he'll probably score for another 4-3-3, which I think is better for us.
Oh, definitely. I think that's the way to go. And then let's hope we play the back as well. But Darlow's been okay. He's been fine this season for me. But when's the back going to come?
What? So, would you play Dubravka against Chelsea?
I probably would because he is the number one keeper. Nothing wrong. I think Cardall's been magnificent, but he doesn't command his box like Dubravka. Dubravka commands his box, but Darlow doesn't.
Yeah, that's what I said. We're missing so much command and presence on the pitch because Dubravka's like always, you see him constantly sorting out the defence and things, and we do miss him. And like I said, I would love Dubravka to have been in for this game, and I would have brought him in a few weeks ago. But I think Darlow, for me, he did really well in that game, so I think I would start him against Chelsea. You
can start Darlow against Chelsea.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I like to see Hayden at the back. It needs to be if the midfield, if we haven't got enough defenders. But the thing with Hayden, I think he'll play out from the back as well. I think he'd be brilliant playing it out from the back because I think Hayden's got like composure at the bar.
Who would you play as a back four if we played with 4 at the back?
Who will I play as a back 4?
Yeah.
Well, McCool's going to be out injured anyway, so it's going to have to be Kraft, unfortunately. The left back is going to be, oh man. Would you trust Jamal Lewis, though? Would you trust him? He's going to have to persevere with the lad, so he's going to have to be left back. Defence.
Well, you could play Dummett.
Yeah, Dummett, yeah, that's fine. Dummett left
when he
back.
Came on, I thought he did well.
I thought he was excellent. I'll give him an 8 out of 10 on my ratings, 8 out of 10. Yeah. And in defence, Kieran Clark's going to come back. And I wonder if Lascelles or Fernandes going to come back.
I don't know. It's hard to say, really. Like, I don't know how bad the injuries are, but I would like if they weren't to come back, I'd probably at centre back. I'd probably do Hayden and Clark. I think they do well.
Yeah, that's a good shout there. I mean, I forgot about that. If they don't think they're hitting at the back, and then the midfield three, it's gonna have to be Shelby, which I think has been absolutely poor. Hendrick is banned for the game. You're not be playing against Chelsea. Yay!
I know. I was happy about it because I'm like, honestly, the least games this clown plays, the better.
I know. Blessing in disguise. That's a blessing in disguise for me. You know what I mean?
It's just he's so careless. He's like, it was like, you know, when Fraser got that red card, it was just careless, like a while ago.
Yeah.
It was like that. It's like Hendrick's done that now. It's just this careless reasons to get red cards. There's just no need.
Totally agree. No, agree. I mean, I look at that tackle again. What he did in the 10th minute or so, he should have got sent off. That was a poor tackle. That was an awful tackle. That could have gone back to VAR. It was a shocking tackle.
Yeah. I honestly, I hope that he just never comes back after this. I hope Bruce sees that we're better in midfield without him and he just doesn't come back into the squad.
Definitely not, because he's simply ain't good enough. Honestly, send back to Burnley, man. And just saying, looking now, Napoli's just got one back. It's Genoa 2, Napoli 1. So, and it's just that, really. You're right. I'll never play Hendrick. No chance. Because you got Longstaffs as well. You got Matty. Give Matty a go.
That's what I said. He showed so much potential. Obviously, on his debut, he scored the winner against Man United, which was excellent night. Absolutely loved that game. And he's never had much of a chance. Like he's in and out of the squad. He has a few good games, a few bad games, and then you just don't see him for ages. It's not fair on the lad. He's young. He was 19 when he broke in. I mean, he's 20 now. He needs game time because he has got a player inside of him.
Yeah, you're right. I know exactly what you mean. But I just don't get it at all. I really don't get it at all. But you got to give Matty a chance. Sean Longstaff, he needs a break. Yeah. Hendrick is good enough. John Joe Shelby, I'm not sure about him. But the one thing is with Shelby, his distribution's crap in a minute in time. But you're right. But you got to play Matty Longstaff. Give him a run of games. You have to.
I know, and what I couldn't understand, obviously we went on that bad run of form and the midfield wasn't doing well, so why didn't he give Matty a go then to see if he could change things up? Why did he just keep playing the same players that were underperforming?
Because they were Steve Bruce's mates and Steve Bruce is his players, you know. I said the other day, I think he must have slept in Bruce that night before they get in the team. You know what I mean? I've got to say that.
Honestly, like Hendrick certainly must be doing something because I don't know how he's getting the game.
Too much. I tell you, we must have done a bacon job for Bruce. Do you know what I mean? Because you don't want to get Bruce. But at the end of the day, I think the guy, seriously, real talk, I think this guy honestly ain't good enough. You know what I mean? He wouldn't get a place in the Blythe Butchers team alongside John Linton. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? But not for me. Because it's players like him, it's going to cost games. Like today, it could have cost 3 points.
Exactly.
Madness.
Like, yeah, it's just rash decisions you didn't think about it. And like 10 men, most of the time when you got 10 men, you'd expect to get beat or at least only get a draw. You'd never expect to win. Luckily we did, but if we did lose that, Jeff Hendrick would have had a massive part to play in that. So it's just not good enough whatsoever.
And social media would have been absolutely a meltdown because of that one player. The one that I don't agree with, you can criticise a player and you say to a player that he's not good enough. The one thing I will not accept is fans hurling personal abuse at him. I do not accept any fans then hurling personal abuse at that at all.
Sorry, having camera issues. Oh, what has happened to my screen? I fixed it. I'm moving because my back is killing on that seat. 1 second, there we go.
House tour, eh? You showed us a house tour.
I was sitting on like a stool and my back's just killing, so I've had to move.
No, I should be getting my thumbnails soon as well, like 3 pictures as well, because someone's gonna do us like 3 thumbnails for me YouTube. I've got to do like a video intro as well. I'd love to do like a video intro. So hopefully someone do that for us very, very soon. So I've got Jay again, Blythe Butchers. That means Julian, we're not going to be in that team. Jeff Hendricks and Gola as well. Got Dubraka, Hayden, Clark, Dummett, Lewis, Richie, Shelby, Warlock, Amiron, St. Maximin, Gale, and a 4-3-3. And that's the team you play against Chelsea.
Yeah, mine would be quite similar. I would say I will play. Wait, who's he playing at right back?
That's the thing. It looks like he's putting down Hayden.
I wouldn't put Hayden at right back. I don't rate Kraft at all. We all hate Kraft, but I'd rather have him at right back. I wouldn't put Hayden there. I'd have Hayden and Clark centre back, and then probably stick with Lewis for left back. Midfield, if we played a 3, I'd say Willock, Shelby, and Matty Longstaff, and then obviously St. Maximin, Almiron, and Gale up top.
Yeah, that's in a 4-3-3, and that is the way to go. That's the Graham Jones formation, that. And we're on the last match of the day today, and Jay said Dummett could play centre-back. Yeah, he can play centre-back. No problem at all.
Well, I know by trade he's left back, but he's played more as centre back, and I think I rate him more at centre back. But like Hayden, I think he does a great job at centre back, and I would probably keep him there. And then obviously Clark, I really rate Clark, so I would definitely rather have him than Dummett.
Definitely. Oh, okay, myself on there, man. Is that your microwave playing out? Because it's quite echoey in the background.
Wait, there's noise from me?
I think so. My voice is coming out. Hang on.
There's no noise I can hear.
Is it not? Wow.
Can you hear anything now?
I can hear myself on it. Is that better?
Yeah, I can't hear anything, honestly.
I think it's better now. Because when I speak to you, I mean, my voice came out of the background as well. So, yeah, I think, no, it's fine. It should be okay now.
I think it was because I had my hand on the speaker. That might have been it.
Cool, well, bees. It's okay now. Yeah, it's better. But now I just thought there's echo issues there, but that's fine. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I don't know if I could do content tomorrow. I have to have a rethink about it, but I'm definitely going to get a Chelsea fan on. John's microwave. But yeah, but like I said, sort of thing, and it's just it's been a lot. I've done a lot today. I've done a watch along the day, and I've done a chat with Samantha, and I've done a review as well. So I think I've done well today, man.
Yeah, loads of content. I'm going to watch your thing with Samantha, and then I don't know. Are you going to have a week off next week since we're not playing, or are you planning on still doing videos?
I still do the videos, definitely do the video sort of thing. When are you thinking?
Honestly, I don't have anything on. Last week, I'm free every weekday after 4, and then the weekend I won't be doing anything, so I can just come on whenever.
Cool. All right, that'd be a magnificent, I just can't wait for that, But I have to think of some. I may get a Chelsea fan on tomorrow, and chat to him about the Chelsea Newcastle game. Whether it's too early to do that, I don't know, but it'd be nice to chat to a Chelsea fan. It'd be amazing. The one I'd love to chat to is a guy called Lewis. That'd be amazing. If I can get Lewis, it's a long shot. Get him chatted to, that'd be amazing. But it'd be very, very busy on his content. So, but other than that, any Chelsea fan would be amazing, and that'd be brilliant, And I'll definitely do yours for the press conference reaction on Friday. Definitely.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
I know it's hard. Obviously, it'll be harder to make content with there not being a game, but I think it's really good that you're still going to do it because obviously it's nice for people to have something to watch in the lockdown because it's quite boring. For me, obviously I'm busy till 4:00 doing schoolwork and stuff, but then after that I know it's just boring. There's nothing to do. You can't go anywhere. Just sitting in the house, isn't it?
I know. Yeah, you can't sit on the side. You got to do something just get the content going, get the subs going, try and reach that 1,000 people. And if I hit 1,000 people, super chats, and I can start.
I'm sure you will at some point. Hopefully, you might get by that to that point by the summer, and then this is a nightmare. This man. Yeah, I'm sure you'll get 1,000 subs soon. Tell you what.
Oh, definitely. And I
There,
say,
I've fixed it. I've got it on a stand.
You what?
I've fixed the problem now. I've got my phone on a stand, so I won't drop it anymore.
Oh, bless you. Yeah. But I'm doing okay, doing fine, and I'm having fun, and I'm definitely gonna. I've got 359 subs at the moment.
Oh, that's amazing! That I think you've got a few more, haven't you? Because you said you were on 350, didn't you?
Yeah, I was on 350 there, sort of thing. So yeah, and it got to 359. I mean, 2 weeks ago, I think I had 200 and it might be 3 weeks ago. I had 250 3 weeks ago.
Like, that's crazy. Your channel's literally growing so fast.
It's lit, absolutely lit, isn't it? In a minute. I mean, I think I only had about 100 in December, so it's absolutely lit, and I'm keeping it going, man. I mean, without you guys, I can't do it. I can't do this without you guys, and I got to thank you for that, and it's just absolutely amazing. Do you know what I mean? And I mean, got Tom as well quickly. Paul Misen said today he's 100% certain Newcastle won't go doing for him. He thinks West Brom, Fulham, Sheffield United will go. Not sure.
Yeah, I agree with that. Those three. I predicted before the season that Villa would go down. I obviously got that very wrong. I was kind of hoping Villa would go down because I'm not the biggest fan of them after what they did to us. But
Jack Grealish FC.
Yeah, I was so annoyed. I couldn't understand why he did it, and I get it when we played them. And Jack was like, "Oh, these are shit." I was like, no, because I can't stand that guy, man. Like, I was so annoyed, and we were shit, but coming from him, it just really pissed us off.
Yeah, I bet. It's not the best though at this moment in time. So you just got to do what you got to do. So I just hope those teams in the bottom three probably get relegated. It'd probably be too late for them to stay up now. You know what I mean? If we beat one of them, and then especially West Brom, that'd be amazing. That'd be brilliant. That'd be absolutely brilliant if we beat them, sort of thing. So,
well, the worst result of the season, I think, was when we got beat off Sheffield United. Considering how bad they were doing at the time, I just couldn't believe it.
We were absolutely poor, and it's not just that. We played 5 on the back against Sheffield United.
That's the crazy thing. And then didn't we play like a top 6 side the game before, the game after, and he played like a proper attacking side? I was like, that's what you should have done against Sheffield United, not these. Like, what's going on? It's like you got the games mixed up.
I know. I mean, what was he thinking of? I mean, he should have gone for that. He should have gone for that. He should have gone. Oh man, you know what it is, right? I mean, he's done that because he don't want to be the first team to get beat off Sheffield United. You know what I mean? But listen, again, I don't know, man. I was furious that day because I did a watch along that game, and I was so embarrassed to watch that.
I know, and I was literally like being so overcome before the game. I was like, "Oh, we beat these twice last season. No bother, that's going to be like a 4-0." And then we went and did that. I was like, "We're finally going to start winning games." And Sheffield United just completely showed us up. But I know they've actually been doing a bit better lately and coming into a bit of form. But I still think we'll go down.
I know, but we'll be fine now. I've got to be confident now. We're going to stay up anyway, and
definitely
we got enough. We got enough points now. I can't see them making it up now, but Tom just made a good point. They said, "I should do a live soccer special on Saturday, John, with the scores."
Yeah,
just tell him, maybe.
Sorry, what you say?
He's saying that I should do a live soccer special on Saturdays, John, with the scores.
I know. I think it would be. It's good because you know a lot about like other clubs. I'm just like I know a lot about Newcastle, but I don't know a great deal about other clubs. So I would like to start knowing more about other clubs. But I think that's really good that you do know things about different stuff and leagues and that.
Yeah, it's great sort of thing. You know what I mean? I mean, Spanish league. I like Spanish league, but I've been watching a lot of Spanish leagues, more like Italian football, and just watching now like Genoa are beating Napoli by 2-1. That'd be a huge result for Genoa. And that would not be good for Napoli because they're going for the top 4 finish this season. And at the minute, It's not hot. I think Gattuso, he's played for Milan, will not be happy at this moment in time. But I mean, I've got Jay again. Grealish is a class.
I can't agree. He's a great player, but I don't like him.
For me, I think he's been. I think for me, he's going to be player of the season. He's going to be player of the season. I can see that coming.
Yeah, I love my Newcastle. Don't get us wrong. He's an excellent, talented player, but he just winds us up. It's just because of the Villa thing. Because obviously, I know it was a long time ago, but when they laughed at us when we went down, man, I'll never forgive that.
I know. I mean, one of these days we're going to play them and send them down and out, but it's not going to happen.
I would love it, man. That would be brilliant. It would be the best comment. That for me would honestly be like winning the league to send Villa down. Just karma.
Send them down now for what they've done to us. You know what I mean? They just hate. They don't like Newcastle. But
I know.
You got David said, "Shit, Jack."
Yeah, I agree with David.
Listen, he's a baller. He's a baller. He's an absolute baller. Like. He's a baller.
Yeah. You've got to give him credit as a player. Just. Oh, no. If you played for Newcastle, maybe I could stand him, but for Villa, no.
And really got to take over that sort of thing, and whoever comes in as manager, boom. Get this guy up.
See, that's the type of players I think we should go for if we're going to take over players that are not like absolutely globally, worldwide amazing, but players like Jack Grealish that are up and coming and they're just solid players, because I think that'd be great to start building up the squad, because you don't want to go all in straight away and mix like the whole squad up, because then it just won't work.
And you're absolutely right. And the thing is, you need a talent up in Newcastle, because we love talents in Newcastle. We love players like this, appreciate great football, and Jack Grealish should fit in, no problems at all. And it's fun. And we've got to see what happens with this takeover sort of thing. Get this takeover on. That would be absolutely amazing. And got Dave said, I hate Villa.
Yep, spot on. Same.
And I mean, I don't particularly like Villa, to be quite honest with you. Do you know what I mean? I just, for me, they should have got relegated last season. They were far, far away. And then boom.
I know they were like almost as lucky as us with Bruce. Like, I don't, honestly, how they stayed up, I don't know. And this season, I was certain they were going to go down, and then they've had a cracking season, so I was very wrong, and I'm gutted about that.
Exactly. Sent us down, gutted myself when he sent us down. I got Tom here. Holly, any news on anything going on the Steve Riff's channel, ladies' night? That's on a Monday, I believe.
Yeah, I'm on this Monday, coming up on Ladies' Night for the first time, so be sure to tune in and watch that.
7:30, I believe. Is it 7:30?
I don't actually know the time. Steve says he's going to message us all the details on Monday, so I'm not sure right now. But I'll put it on my Twitter and tweet it out before I go on. So
please do. I mean, we definitely will watch that. And you know what it is, right? Just all I say is sort of thing. Enjoy it. Don't be nervous. You'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah, I'll try my best, because it's a great opportunity, and I was really shocked when Steve tweeted us to ask to come on. So I just hope that I do well, and that I fit in well and get on with the girls and stuff, which I'm sure I will, because they're all lovely.
I know. I've been. I spoke to Samantha today. She's spot on. Safa's great. Kendall, I need to get a follow off Kendall. She hasn't even followed us yet. Unbelievable. But she might even be watching. You just never know. Kendall, if you're listening, please follow us, will you? Maybe it's her birthday, but there you go. I got John as well. Late to the show, I need, but you're welcome too. Thoughts on Lewis? She's been getting growing confidence. For me, today, in moments, I thought he did okay. But in other moments, his heading ability, clearing it out, there's a time when he headed out today was just very, very poor. And that could have gone anywhere. I mean, do you think Jamal Lewis played okay today? I gave him the 7 today.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. Like, I thought it was a lot better than normal. Like, we know he's been poor, and I think this game he had a decent game. Hopefully he's starting to progress and turn into the player that he was at Norwich, and we can get the best out of him. But yeah, I'll probably give him maybe a 7, potentially a 6, but I think he's definitely good, because I think the game before I rated him a 2 or something. So it's a big improvement in a week.
I know. I mean, I gave him a lot less than that this week. I mean, Hendrick definitely got a 0 today. It was poor anyway. I would have given him a 2, but that's said enough for that stupidity. And you should know better than that. I gave him a 0 anyway. I mean, Miggy's a 9 out of 10 for me. Hayden was a 9 out of 10 as well, but Samantha gave him a 10.
I agree. Honestly, I thought Hayden was outstanding. Like, I wasn't on the player ratings, but if I was giving ratings, I would give, obviously, Henrik a low score, and then I'd probably only give Wilson a 5 because I don't think he was that great today. But everyone else, I'd be 8s, 9s, 10s because I just thought the team collectively was brilliant.
I thought they were brilliant today defensively as well. I mean, Emil Kraft, I mean, first half, I would give him a 0. Second half, I gave him a 6. I gave him a 7 originally, and I thought a bit too harsh. I gave him a 6 in the end because I thought he was slightly better in the second half, I must admit. But at the end of the day, if you're going to defend properly, that's how you're going to do it.
Yeah, like, the amount of problems with defence that we had, all the injuries, and then everything went apart. But I just thought it was great that everyone was just helping out and working together, and the defence as a makeshift defence did really, really well. So I was impressed because I wasn't expecting it.
Totally agree there. And I do expect as well, I thought it's going to be a long 35, 40 minutes. I thought we were going to see a couple of goals. You're right. I mean, Donovan had 1 or 2 good saves. And Southampton's finishing the day was quite poor to be in fact. But Danny Ings did level it to 3s each. But that was offside. So I don't know if you saw that. But at the end of the day, I thought we just grind out. And you need that in Newcastle. You got to grind out.
Well, like I said, it was one of the most fighting best. But I literally, the day before when I was on with you, I said the thing this team lacks is fight and not giving up. In this game, that's exactly what they did. That's what I've been wanting since Bruce came. This was my favourite game, probably because it just showed pure passion from the players and that they were trying. And honestly, like, I can't fault them whatsoever. When we did go, obviously, down to 10 and then 9 men, I thought we weren't going to hold on, and we did. And it was just amazing. That's all I can say, because, like, when would you ever expect that? If I told you yesterday that was going to happen, you would have just been like, oh, you're talking rubbish, but it just did, and it was, like, amazing.
Wow, I would have done. But today, they proved us wrong. You're right, they proved us 100% wrong today. I love to be proved wrong. I really love to be proved wrong. But today, we were wrong. And
thankfully, because I said 1-1, and did you say 1-1 as well?
I said 1-1 as well, yeah.
Yeah, so very, very pleasant surprise for once, because normally it's the other way around. When you predict a positive result, you normally end up getting thrashed. So I think that's the key. I'm going to stop predicting negative results all the time.
I know, and that way we're going to get proved wrong. So
yeah, hopefully.
Oh, bless you. I've got John said Hendrick or Callback.
Oh my God, what a question, man. At a push, I'd have to go Callback, but I wouldn't be a fan of either.
Definitely not. I totally agree. None of them not being my fans as well. So I've got John. Do you think Emil Crap played well today? I thought first half is just atrocious. Do you see that tackle? You went for that tackle?
Yeah.
And he actually messed up. It was just comical, man. And he got booked for it as well for making a misjudged tackle. I understand the pitch is slippery today, but he should have known better anyway. So second half, he did okay. I'll still give him a 6 out of 10. David said, I hate Phil more than Sunderland.
Fair enough, same. I hate Everton more than Sunderland. I don't actually hate Sunderland anymore because they're just irrelevant. Like, they don't mean anything to us. So
Nah. Hope they stay in League One. I've got Jay said, backed us to win 3-0. John said, think we were surprised we won the game after going doing the 10 and then 9. Massive win the day, and he is buzzing. Tom said, I'll go 2-1. And Tom said, to Newcastle. And amazing as well, like, you know, but I mean, when I do the player ratings next time, I think people's going to join in the player ratings as well when we chat, and then I'll probably have to make a decision what I should give them, sort of thing, you know what I mean? But you know what it is, right? I mean, I think doing the press conference reactions perfect for you, I say. Perfect.
Yeah, I know we did the press conference reaction yesterday, obviously, and then we did, I know I did player ratings last week for the Palace game, I think, yeah. And yeah, I enjoyed both of them, so
Aye, it'd be brilliant. I should offer you should do that, like, you know. And I know one of the lads, I think it's David. I think it might be, is it David, or it might be someone who wants to do the player ratings of us against Chelsea. So I think it'd be his turn, sort of thing. But then that ain't gonna stop you coming in as well to do the player ratings stuff, do it separate. You know, I've got no problems with that. And
Yeah, I don't mind. Like, obviously, I know you've got lots of different people coming on your channel, so give
no,
them a good chance. But I'm always happy to come on because I really enjoy being in your videos.
please do, because you're a star. You're an absolute major star, and you know. And then I got one. I said, big up, John. Big up to you guy in the building. Blessing, Jade. Good win, Jade. No, it might be Holly. And good win for the lads and lasses. Yeah, he's right. And then I got David again. I hate Villa, Man United, and Man City.
Everton, Man U, and Villa for me is my most hated in the league.
Everton, Man U. Yeah, I've got a load of Man U followers as well, you see, and they've been pretty good to us as well.
No, obviously, I don't have a problem with the fans, like, you know, because everyone has their own clubs, but just as a club, that's basically because I wasn't even alive then, but I'm still bitter about when they took the title after we took a 10-point lead, and I wasn't even alive, but I'm still bitter about it, man.
I can remember that as well. 12 points of heat, and we just absolutely messed it up, and that's the biggest chance of winning the title, and we're not going to get that chance ever again.
I know, it was just, and like the thing is, what Man U, obviously they've won the league a lot of times, and I was like, why can't you just let Newcastle win it for once, but never win?
I know. I said to Claire, can you please let us beat your team in 2 weeks' time? She just said no. And she's clever.
But always did poor against them. But the past couple of seasons, we've done all right. Obviously, we've got that 1-0 at home with Matty scoring, and I'd like to see us get another result. So
totally agree. When we beat Man U that day when Matty scored a goal, I went into the United Stand podcast, and a couple of the fans were absolutely furious. Absolutely that day. Did you imagine? Go on, Cal.
That was honestly one of the happiest days of my life. I was sitting because I'm like probably about halfway up the strawberry corner, and I ran right down to the front of the pitch, and I was just so happy. I was like,
yes. I mean what you mean. Must be happy, celebrating. Yay! Yeah. And now I've got David again. Yes, this week doing the player ratings versus Chelsea again. Yes, no problem at all. So yeah, he wants to do the player ratings. So if they want to jump on sort of thing or tap us, just let us know. And then hey, we set the ball rolling. And then devastated that year, I was as well. I think we all were devastated when we was 12 points to hit and lost the title. So absolutely gutted. And hopefully that won't ever happen again. But
I'm kind of pleased I wasn't alive then, because I think I would have just been sulking for weeks.
Oh, bless you. Oh, end of the day, we cheer you up anyway. You cheer you up. Yay, babe. Yay. But you know, but I was gonna say, I've got no much to say. Yeah, devastated. Like, yeah. I was gonna say, give another 5 more minutes or so, because you know, we've been on for an hour and 50 minutes early, you know.
Oh my god, it doesn't feel like that long. Every time we're on the stream for ages and we still have loads to talk about. It's mental.
I know. We got a match. I'll tell you what, this is like it's like doing a match watch along as well. Do you know what I mean?
I know, just sitting talking about random stuff. I don't even know. We start off talking about one thing and we end up on something completely different. I don't even know how it happens.
I know. Should be a press conference reaction, man. I already took about 30, 40 minutes, you know. But you have to. I was going to say, sort of thing's not a bad thing, I guess. But just I put press conference reactions and things. So bless him. But yeah, I mean, it's just got to do me. Have me lunch tomorrow. Don't want them tomorrow. I'm gonna have a long rest tomorrow. I'm gonna do the cross training machine tomorrow, and then I'm gonna like chill out and just go from there.
It's important to have a rest, especially after the amount of videos you've been doing today. And I've been on a canny few, so I'm pretty tired as well. Nice to have a break.
I know. Until Chelsea fans wants to come on with chat and chat this sort of thing, you know. But it might be too early to do it tomorrow. You just never know. But I'm doing well. I think I'm doing great. I'm doing 359 subscribers. I think I'm doing really, really well. And you know, I just gotta keep going and just carry on doing my contents. I've got 11,000, nearly 11,000 people on my Twitter account. 11,000 people nearly.
I know, that's crazy. Like, I had like about 340, I think, and then I started doing this YouTube thing, and now I've got like over 400. So I've got a lot of followers from doing these videos, which is quite good.
Oh, fantastic stuff! Because you know what, you're so talented, Holly. You really, really are. And just, I'm being nice. I'm being too kind to you. I'm being too kind to you. Too kind. But it's a nice
Honestly,
thing. It's a nice thing, isn't it, to be too kind and that, you know? But I got Man U 1-3-2.
against who are they playing?
Everton.
I'm happy with that, to be fair, because I'm not a big fan of Man U, but I prefer them to Everton. Plus, it's probably good. Where's Man U in the table? I haven't actually checked the table.
I think they were third. And I think they've gone back second and like after the win. But
Yeah.
Man then tomorrow. So they got to win practically every game.
So,
because Man City is just running away at the minute.
So that result's probably a better one for us because obviously Everton's closer to us in the table. Like, I know people saying Man U will win the title. Do you think Man U will win the title?
I'll pick them to win the league this season. I really did that because I think Ole is going to surpass a lot of people of that team. I still think they'll do it. Thing is, though, they got to go to Man City, yes, and their record, yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. And if they beat them or 4 defeat, they're still going to be in there. But if they beat them with Etihad and they go above City, I think they go all the way. I think Cavani's going to do it. I really do. And Bruno Fernandes, for me, is an absolute baller. Him, an absolute baller.
They've got a good chance of winning it. I think Man City will just win, but I think it'll be close. Like,
I know it's going to be very, very close, and it's going to be touch and go. I think it's going to go to the wire.
Well, I think obviously if Man U were to win it, it would be good that we're starting to get a bit more like difference in teams winning, because obviously we had Liverpool who haven't won for a while, then we'll have Man U, because it had been like Man City constantly for quite a while, and then it's nice to see different teams getting a chance.
I totally agree. That's why the Premier League don't want to upset the Big Six, and that's why they don't want to have a takeover, you know, and they don't want to upset the upper cart in the top 6 as well. But one thing I will say, we get a takeover, they're going to have to like it whether they lump it or not. And then they'll probably do, they probably try for the European League as well, just to make sure that you don't win out, you know what I mean? If they go to the European Super League, with the money we've got, we should be in the European Super League, in my opinion.
Yeah, honestly, if we were obviously to start challenging for the top 6 and stuff, like, the one thing I hope is that, because I think a lot of top 6 clubs are kind of more like, they don't seem like clubs anymore. They seem like kind of like very, I don't know how to put it, but it's like kind of like more like a business.
Yeah.
Because like, yeah, it's all about the revenue and stuff like this. And I just hope, I wouldn't like Newcastle to become like that. So I would love us to get into the top like 6, but I just don't want us to become like a business kind of thing. I want us to stay as Newcastle. I don't want us to like knock the ground down and like move into a new ground stuff like a lot of teams do, because I love St James, it's a home, and I would like to stay the same, because I think we've got a rich heritage and I don't want to get rid of that.
Definitely not. But I tell you what, as well, it's just a historic. It's history, you know, and traditional as well. Plus in James's Park. But if you're going to move away, look at Arsenal move to the Emirates, Spurs move to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Well, they haven't hardly moved anywhere, and it is what it is. I mean, I don't mind building a new stadium, but it has to be in St James's Park.
Yeah, like, to be honest, I think our stadium's, I think it's stunning. I don't think we need a new stadium. I would like to expand it. I don't know, obviously, if we can, because I know that they were having problems with that. But like, I love our stadium, to be fair. But I wouldn't want to move location, because we're in an excellent position with where the ground is in the city centre. Because like, we're one of the only people that's got a city centre stadium. Most of them's out the way, and it's just so much better. You can walk literally from the city centre, Eldon Square, to St James in minutes.
I know. And all that is right in the middle. It's located with everybody. I always live in Gosforth, which I miss. I really do miss Gosforth, but I live down south in a minute now because I've got my mum down here. I've got to work here. I said I'll move back up to Newcastle when, if anything happens to me mum, touch wood, I hope it doesn't. And then hopefully do this full time. Try to give up work at 55 and do this full time, which would be fantastic.
That would be great, yeah. And obviously, when we're all out to go back to matches, you'll probably get a lot more opportunities to like do stuff at the games and do like live videos and like footage from inside the stadium, which would be good.
Absolutely. And then that way, sort of thing, like, the more I do it, the more, like donations I get and help out as well. So you're right. Just keep it going and do it from home and then make the money come through there that way. So which would be brilliant. And I'll give you a bit of tax as well. And
honestly, I just do it for a laugh, and obviously I appreciate everything because you've done loads, obviously, for me with getting us on other channels and stuff. So,
and
thanks for that.
You're welcome anytime. I mean, you deserve it because at the end of the day, I like to help you, sort of thing. I just think you're decent. I think you're lovely. I think you're a major star, and you are. And I've got Tom Dixon again. Question: why does Newcastle Stadium pitch around the slope? I noticed Newcastle always kicks down first, I think. Wow.
Yeah, well, obviously it's just happens to be the way that the land is. I don't think it was an intentional thing. But I know we always choose to shoot at the Gallagher first because it's like when you're running on it, obviously you'd be able to tell. And slow, it's easier. It's more easier to run down towards the goal than run it up. Hence why we prefer, for when the toss of the coin, we prefer to shoot towards the Gallagher first and then the Leazers in the second, because obviously you're more tired in the second half, so it's easier to shoot to the Gallagher.
Definitely. I think that's a good point. That's a fair question there. I think, Tom, if you understand Holly's answer sort of thing, that'd be amazing. So, God, we've been on for nearly 2 hours, babe. I beg you a couple more minutes, and so I'll let you get yourself to bed. You know what I mean? So, and so we haven't got a game until Chelsea until next week. I think it's Monday, and so we got a week to sort ourselves out. Stick to a 4-3-3, and I hope the players just train every day, not 3 days a week.
So do I, and I hope that they're all just try their hardest, because we are in a vulnerable position at the minute with all the players out, and hopefully we start to get them back soon, because if we have them out long term, obviously we don't know about the players that are injured tonight because we haven't had updates on that yet, but I just hope that they're not out long term and it's only a couple of matches.
Definitely, let's hope so, because we need them back ASAP, because at the end of the day, we're just down to the bare bones and near enough. And Holly knows what she's talking about. She sure does. And Tom said, hopefully Wilson's fit for the Chelsea game. Well, if it's a thigh injury or it's a hamstring injury, it's not good news. So hopefully, either way, he needs to be fit.
But didn't Bruce say that Lewis was out before the game when we reacted to the press conference and then he was playing?
Yeah, he did. He said that yesterday.
So I don't really know what that's about. Like, he said he had a hamstring, didn't he?
Yeah, he said that hamstring injury. It's just hamstring problems at this moment, and he could be a doubt for the game. So,
well, he seemed fine to me, so I don't know where that was coming from.
I know. I just think Steve Bruce likes to wind the fans up again, like he always does. He's telling him his turn, and now calling him a kid, and now he's insulted us. But there you go. Crazy,
it's always the same.
I know. That's Steve Bruce for you all over. Well, I was going to say, let it get away, because I just really want more out quickly. Holly sounds like a nice lass.
Thank you.
There you go. You're open, and but been up for 2 hours now, and better wrap this up quickly just to say 2 things. Did you enjoy coming on? Be sure, did you?
Yes, as always.
And also, did you enjoy the game today? Who's your man on match today?
Definitely Miggy Almiron, and yeah, it's my favourite game of the season. Personally, it was messy, but it was a good game.
You got me as well. You got it, and I got Tom saying, "How are the lads? How are the lads as well?" And my God, it's been absolutely fantastic. We can go on for a couple of hours more,
I know, it's always the same. Like when I had to be off the other night for a show, and you were like, "Oh, I could have stayed on for another hour." There's just always so much to say about Newcastle.
I know. We could have talked about lots of things. Could have talked about Kevin Keegan. We could have talked about the Bob Robson era. We could have talked about lots of things. You know what I mean? And but you know what it is. The end of the day, I just think it's. Oh, I just love chatting to Holly. And you can't beat it. And
yeah, same to you. So obviously we'll be doing a lot more stuff in the future, hopefully, and for the Chelsea game.
Definitely. And Tom's got Match of the Day coming up, but we are last. So just let us know on that. And yeah, definitely the press conference action on Friday. That would be amazing. And see what Bruce has come out with. I mean, it could even be on the Saturday as well if you've got to play on the Monday nights. But I think it'll come on the Friday. And
hopefully.
you've got to we do a combined 11 as well. If you get that chance, sort of thing, do a combined 11 for a bit of banter as well. I just picked players on form. It's not who's been played. Like I said earlier, everyone's going to say Werner, but he has to be on form. Callum Wilson has been in form. Do you know what I mean? So I have to choose Wilson for that. And you will look at midfield three. Isaac Hayden has to be in there.
Yeah, Isaac Hayden, it's really good. I don't know why he hasn't got picked. Well, I do know why, because Gareth Southgate doesn't like Newcastle, but he should definitely be in the England squad. He's fantastic.
He's a top quality player, and he's getting better all the time. And he's a Premiership player, but there you go. So I was going to say, well, I'm going to wrap this up, and it's been on for 2 hours, and people just disappearing on my chats, but I'll definitely chat to you very soon. Definitely Friday, but hopefully before we can do it.
Yeah, just drop us a message.
I will do, and then I'll just chat to you in a couple of days' time. And until then, Holly, you are an absolute star, and I'll definitely chat to you later.
Have a good night.
You too. You take care. Away the lads. That's Holly there again. She's absolutely lovely, isn't she? I'm going to wrap this up quickly. Yeah. So if you like me, channel, could you please sub to us, and also please follow us on Twitter and Holly as well. And please stick a like on my video. But I'll let you get away. And until then, guys, thanks for joining us, and I'll just speak to you later. Night. Away the lads.